Hello, how are y'all doing? I think I'm live. We have Christine. She says, "Hey Angie." Well, hey Christine. I'm doing just fine. I'm finally getting over this cough, this cough and congestion. Hey Nora, how are you? I hope you're doing okay, cool kid. And there's my friend Crafty Songbird Carol. How are you today, Carol? I love you. I hope you're doing okay. And there she is, Miss Southern Belle. Gonna be my visitor here in a couple of days. Yep, gonna be visiting. It's me, Angie, in a couple of days. Hey, sweet Vanessa, how are you doing? So, what are y'all doing? Oh, they're scratching Pete. Hello, Pete. Oh, Miss Southern Belle's gonna start packing tonight. Woo! It's getting more real, more real, more real. Oh, there's Annie. Annie, I got your package. I don't know if you talked to Miss Southern Belle, but I hadn't been feeling the greatest the last few days with this congestion and cough. And I wanted to really be in a good mood when I opened your package. So I'm excited about getting it. You're so sweet. Oh, oh, there's my sister, Christina. Now I want to tell y'all something. Her last walk that she took on her channel that I watched, she would had went through the trifecta, three things going wrong at one time in her life, and she talked about it. You need to watch that. It is a very good walk. I mean, we all have times in our life where it seems like one thing after another thing hits. And she also learned something very insightful about her boss. And you will want to hear about that because, sometimes we don't really know what's going on with somebody. And then we have a talk with them and they kind of reveal it. And you go, oh, that's what's been going on. You can create all these things in your mind why someone's acting the way they're acting. If they start, if they're angry all the time, if they're, sad all the time, you can guess what's wrong with them. But until you actually know the story, but anyway, go over there and watch it. It is so good. Everybody's, oh, she's washing clothes. Yes. There's Evie. Hey, Evie. I hope your mom's doing good. I saw your last video uh, with all that copper. Yeah, Vanessa. Miss Southern Belle and her sister's significant other are coming to visit Thursday, and they're going to say Thursday night, Friday night, go home Saturday. I'm excited. We got to do something for entertainment. I don't want them coming all this way and I don't have any kind of entertainment because y'all know I can't dance anymore. I'm in a wheelchair, but guess I could do the wheelchair dance for them. Oh, there's my twin Claudette. She was in this live chat last night. Dawn on Dawn's channel was celebrating her birthday. So Josie and Dee and Dawn they were also having an auction and they gave away a lot of things too. And of course I won two or three things. But we had a good time in that chat. I mean, it was just a really good time. When Miss Southern Belle gets to you, I'm going to be looking towards Mississippi because I think you guys are going to be stars. They may run me out of this small little town before it's over with if she comes when she shows up. You know how you don't really want to do anything, but when you get with one of your friends, you're like, yeah, let's do that. It may be that very time where I finally get arrested. You know how I said I always wanted to be arrested? Not put in prison, but just kind of like a misdemeanor, like jaywalking or, something like that. That'd make for a good video. I know that much. Hey, Ann, how are you? Welcome in, everybody. There's Shaz. Hey, Shaz. I cannot believe I caught you this morning. I have been, like I said, not feeling very good, and I've been sleeping in some. So I've been missing your walks. But now that I'm feeling better, I'm actually can catch the morning shows that I normally catch. There's Joe. Joe was there last night. Joe won a lot of gifts too. I don't know if she realizes that, but I think she won 3 things. Christine Newton, welcome in. There's my friend Gladys. Angie, I know how you feel to me. Let's see, everybody's speaking. Oh, Joe's working. Oh, Joe. You keep up that good work. Claudette has spoke to everybody in the room, I think. I think she got everybody covered. There's Ashley. Hey, Ashley. Ashley was there too. We were all hanging out together last night. We was having a birthday party. And LSU won the SEC championship baseball. And my daughter and Taylor and James are the happiest 2 people in the world, which I could care. I mean, I'm glad, but it wasn't like them. They were just jumping up and down and all excited and sending text messages. And, I don't know. I didn't feel that same way. There's Josie. Now, Josie was putting on the party for Dawn. So they had, Josie had a cake. Dee had a cake. Dawn had a cake. Dawn had this happy birthday sign behind where she was sitting. She looked beautiful too. Which Dawn is a beautiful person. Very pretty on the outside, but she's also beautiful on the inside. You ever met one of these people that they look so pretty on the outside, and then as soon as they open their mouth, it's like, ooh, it's just like no. They're not very pretty when not how they speak or their voice, but just what they're saying. You're like, is that really coming out of that person? But and you can have vice versa too. There may be somebody that's not easy on the eyes. And then as soon as they open their mouth, it's like, oh, I love to be around this person. But also, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So there you go. Where you may think somebody's not easy on the eyes, somebody else might think, oh my goodness, they're the best looking thing ever. And that's why it's a good thing it's like that. Because if it wasn't, and we all liked the same type of man or woman, can you imagine the controversy that would be going on? I mean, that's already going on today, but if we all like the same type of person to fall in love with, oh my gosh, we would all be fussing and being ugly to each other. Crafty Songbird. Oh, thank you, Miss Southern Belle, for dropping links. Oh, great, Angie. Glad you got it. Miss Southern Belle got something for you that she had met. Oh, great. That's wonderful. Barberry, how are you? Welcome in. There's Laura. Y'all, Laura left one of the best comments on my last video that I made. She used an analogy on commenting on my last video, that, oh, it was so good. And that's why I like for y'all to leave comments, because y'all can see things in a way I can't see them. And that's what makes all of us grow and makes all of us learn and makes all of us, become better people. But she left the best comment. Wheelchair boogie. Yeah. There's Ducky. Hey, Ducky, how are you? And the thing about Dawn's live chat, everybody just gets along so well. It runs smooth. Everybody's so kind. And I don't know, it's just a really good atmosphere, like my live chats. I feel like when we meet here on Tuesdays, it's calm, cool, and collected. No drama. Nobody's bullying each other. Nobody's trying to take over the chat. Nobody's whining about, something that's happened to them, which I don't mind you sharing things that's happened to you. But you know how some people come in the chat and they'll just automatically just start talking about how they're going to quit YouTube and how they don't want to do it anymore. And all that. I'm like, wait a minute, what? How did we get on this subject? Because I didn't even know this subject was in this conversation. But and there's a time and a place for that. Now I'm not saying you shouldn't say things that you want to say. It's just a time and a place. Hey Clarissa, how are you? Oh, also, let me tell y'all this. Last week on my giveaways. So I go to try to print out my labels to mail my giveaways, and I'm out of ink. So I said, fine, I'll just get on Amazon and order ink. My ink came, and I put it in my printer, and it still is not printing. So I worked on it yesterday and worked on it, and I've lived long enough to know, don't fight it. I told James, I said, Taylor will be by. The next time she's here, I will get her to look at it and see. And it wasn't giving me an error message when I would print. It didn't. Usually, if it doesn't have ink, it'll come up on my computer, low of ink. But when I would try to print, no error message would come up. So I didn't know what was wrong with it. But anyway, I had to handwrite the labels to my each gift that I gave away last week. Needless to say, I've got to mail those out. So they're coming. I just ran out of ink. The Bud Files. Hello. When you said Evie, my little girl looked up. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, you have a precious little girl too. I've seen pictures of her. Oh my goodness, everybody's speaking. I hope you have a wonderful time, Angie. I'm sure Southern Belle will bring the oh yeah, she will definitely bring the entertainment. And if we do get pulled over or stopped or something, I'm sure she could talk. We both could talk our way out of it. It's no doubt in my mind, because they would get so tired of listening to us do this. And we could play good cop, bad cop on each other if that happened, which would be hilarious. Yeah, exactly. Could you see our mugshot? Like, and y'all have to understand, where I live is very, very small community. Everybody in this town, I've been here 56 years. They've known me, my parents, my grandparents. I mean, everybody, when we go up to a store uptown or the bank, everybody, we have to stop 5 or 6 times to speak to everybody. It's kind of like they know your business before you know it. It's sort of like that kind of town. It's it's really, she has been partying all night long. That's why she isn't up. That's right. That's right. I have been digging in at my heels and just partying. There's the handicapped traveler, my YouTube brother. Y'all, he had a good video also, his last one, where he and his wife go to places, which I enjoy those videos, which I enjoyed their live the other day because he and his wife were celebrating their 28th wedding anniversary, I think. Yeah, it was a fun time, Josie. I really enjoyed it. I stayed the whole time, um, which I normally do, but sometimes I have to leave and either I might be cooking or, but James worked last night, so I had all the time in the world. Brandy, I watched your latest video earlier this morning. Welcome into my live chat. Brandy had gotten, I can't remember the person that sent her some things, but she had gotten a little cup to drink like Gatorade and stuff out of, and makeup, and it's all. That's why I like to give things on my channel, because I know what it feels like to go to the mailbox and get this unexpected gift from somebody. Like, oh my gosh, what is this? Because I never, as a child, I never, we didn't really ever celebrate birthdays, and at Christmas time, we really didn't have enough money to get a lot of things. So I've never been showered with gifts, and it was always hard for me to receive. But I could always give. But even if you go to the mailbox and you just get a card, it makes you feel so good that somebody else was thinking of you to go pick that card out, to write inside the card, to mail it. I mean, it's a good feeling. That's why I like to give things on my channel. And I'm under the belief, can never outgive God. Not the God I serve. I mean, the more you give, the more he's going to, but that's not the reason I give, because you have to give with a free heart. You can't say, well, I'm going to give this so I'll get this back. You can't be expecting anything in return. You just give. And it doesn't matter how small, that you think that the gift is. If you feel like you need to do that, you need to do it. And that is if you want to send a card or just acknowledge somebody and say thank you. Um, Anything like that. And actually I do, but the channel is I do arts and crafts and other crap. Oh, what a fab. Thank you, Shaz. So I don't really want to get on a downer subject. Angie, you're so cool. Thank you, Gladys. That means a lot. Oh, there's Dee. Hey, Dee. Now, Dee had on the coolest cap last night, and her dress matched her cap. And she kept saying, "Why is my cap? I can't get my cap straight. It's crooked. It's crooked." And I wanted to put in there, "Well, tilt your head, and it'll straighten up." But that's the thing about that chat. We can joke back and forth with each other, and nobody gets upset and takes it the wrong way. You can joke and laugh. We have so much laughter in that auction. Hey, Patrick, how are you? Welcome in. I got this little hair that's just tickling my face. You just want to get arrested, Angie. I do. I'm not going to lie. I really do. I probably won't after I get arrested, but I've gained so much weight now, they would have to hook the handcuffs in front because I can't reach around my back. I wouldn't like it after I got it. Hey, John, your coin is coming. I don't want you to think it. I didn't mail it. Welcome in. Blistering barnacles, magnets. Hello. I got to catch your live too. Now, he has, he's like Shaz. He goes on walks and, oh, they're hilarious because they challenge each other all the time in that chat to do crazy stuff. It's real funny. Anything that makes me laugh, I want to be there. I know there's a time to be serious, but laughing is like a medicine. I just love that box of goodies. I know getting goodies in the mail is wonderful, and especially how expensive that postage is. Josie was talking about sending something over to internationally, I think to Canada, and it costs $55 for a certain box that you get. One box is like $14.95. The other box is like $55. Can you imagine? Now, why is it that way? I don't understand. Hey, Cass, how are you? Are you doing okay? I'm glad you made it in today. Hey, Squirrel. Y'all have to go over there and check out the Squirrel Magnets Fishing and Outdoors. He's really a nice guy. Oh, I'm sorry, Ann. I hope he's better. Agreed, Brandy. Agreed. Oh, Mechanic. How are you? Long time no see. Let me see who else is in here. Oh, my goodness. The longer I talk, the more I want to cough. But it's getting better. It was days there that I couldn't even say two sentences without coughing. And if y'all are at night, it got worse. And I would get so agitated because I was just so tired of coughing. And that's unusual for me because I normally do not have a cough at all. Lori came in. Where did Lori come in? I didn't. Oh, hey, Lori. How are you? So, what has everybody got planned the rest of the week? I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so today and tomorrow I'll get prepared for Miss Southern Belle, and they'll be here Thursday. James is going to fix chicken gumbo, his famous potato salad, because for some reason, and John, I don't know if they feel the same way because he's from Louisiana. I hope you don't mind me saying that. But when you have gumbo, you're supposed to have potato salad. Just like on Mondays is red beans and rice day. Now, what does that mean? James said, "Oh, we have to cook red beans and rice on Mondays." Okay, so what if it's Thursday? Okay, so red beans and rice is off the table. This is some kind of weird stuff they have there. I don't know. I just go along with it. I'm just like, okay. Do y'all have weird traditions like that? Like you shouldn't do certain things at certain times? I don't. I've never went with that theory of you're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day. Um, I've never went with that. Whatever I decided to wear, I just wore it, no matter what color it was. You're not supposed to wear red to a funeral. What does that mean? I don't know. You just hear these strange things that people believe you're not supposed to do. I don't know what the red thing to a funeral is about. I don't know. I don't even know. Have y'all ever heard that? Oh, D, thank you. Super sticker, super sticker, super chat, super chat. Woo, woo. Thank you, D. Yes, laughter is absolutely the best medicine. And if you can laugh what I call the gut, if you can make me laugh from like really laugh out loud, then you've accomplished something because it takes a lot for me to just really laugh out loud. You remember when you were young and you would be somewhere where it was really quiet and you and your friend would get tickled about something and you just could not hold it in. You wanted to laugh so bad. That's the way I like to laugh is like, okay, we're trying to hold this in, but we can't. I'm hoping after Thursday he will be what? What happened, Ann? I missed it. I'm trying to get down through the chat. Okay, Miss Southern Belle. I'll see you soon. I know, Shaz, they are crazy. So my cousin Bo, the one that had the brain aneurysm, I sent his son, he was graduating from high school this year. So James and I sent him a graduation card with a little bit of money. You know how you do when somebody graduates. And do you know it took it 2 weeks to get there? And they live an hour and 20 minutes from us. And finally, one day after I'd asked about it several days, he takes a picture of it and says, "Look what came today." I said, "Well, the Pony Express has arrived." I don't know why it took so long. Anyway, another thing, his mom, my aunt, who is my mom's sister, he called me last night and said she was in the hospital. They put 3 stents in, and then tomorrow they're going to put 3 more stents in. They found something on her liver, but they can't do anything to that until they get her heart stabilized. She turned 80 years old last Friday. So y'all just remember her in y'all's prayer. Hey, Jamie. How are you? I'm good. Lori, I just got this uh, congestion and hoarseness. I don't know. I called my doctor. He called me in an antibiotic until I can get there to see him. I got to go one day next week to my regular visit that I go every 3 months. And Diamonds. Well, hello. I've never seen you, Diamonds. Welcome into my chat. Oh, you heard don't wear red to a wedding? What is that? Because I always heard don't wear red to a funeral. What is it about red? I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't know what that means. Oh, if I wanted to wear red to a funeral, I would wear red. You know that. Y'all should all know that about me. If I want to wear red, I'll wear red. Tango the cat. Hello, hello. Boatman, boatman. Pam. Hey, Pam. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you so much. I want to tell y'all a story I was thinking about. Oh, Shaz. Thank you. Woo woo. Super chat, super chat. I got to get me a little song. You know, Ella, Save Here First, she has this little cactus thing that you can speak into it and it will talk back, but in a funny voice. That's what I need to get. What? It means you slept with the groom. Oh my. Now I don't know if I'll be wearing red to a wedding. I don't after you said that, Ann, I don't know if I unless it was my ex-husband. Unless it was James and I had divorced him, that wouldn't be a lie. But I've often told him over the years, I said, look, we may come a day that we don't want to live together. But there'll never be another Mrs. James A. Smith because you cannot afford her. Because once you divorce me, you're not going to have anything. So you better hope she has it if you want to get married again. Because there's not going to be another one. He always would go, yeah. I'm the same way. I want to wear something. Nobody can tell me different. No rules like that. It's silly. I know. So let me tell y'all this story. Okay. You know how you can appear one way on YouTube and be totally different off YouTube because we're all human. We all, are learning. We all make mistakes. We all let our mouth get the best of us. My daughter-in-law wore a red dress to my nephew's wedding. I know she never slept with him. Now I'll never forget that. You know how you cannot, once you know something, you can't unknow it? So now when I go to a wedding and I see people with red on, I'm just going to start laughing. But anyway, we're all evolving into something better or supposed to be. We don't need to be staying in the same place. So I'll tell you how aggressive I used to be at a younger age. It was Halloween. I was pregnant with Taylor. Matt was 3 years old. And it was hunting season. My grandmother lived with us. So now I know y'all are going to be shocked when I tell y'all this, but this really happened. So I told James, I said, please, I asked him, I said, please be home to take Matt trick-or-treating because he wants his dad to take him. Oh yeah, I'll be here. I'll be here. Don't worry about it. I said, okay, because I'm going to make sure he knows that you're the one that's going to be taking him trick-or-treating. Well, it got to be later and later. And you know how in the fall it gets dark earlier than it usually does. No James. No James. So I'm thinking, you don't make a promise to my child and not keep it. Now you have to understand, I had Matt when I was 24. I was pregnant with Taylor. I was 27 years old. And so, hey, Mr. Whistle. So, Ann, my cousin, who her husband is who James was hunting with, I called her on the phone, which was the phone on the wall, no cell phone. I said, come pick me up and take me to where Mike and James is supposed to be hunting. Something must have happened because he's not here to take Matt trick-or-treating. And he had never not done what he said he was going to do. So I just knew something was wrong, and I was worried about that. So we get in her car. We go to where they're hunting. And we can see their trucks parked out there. Well, the next thing you know, we see all these men sitting on four-wheelers, chit-chatting it up. I mean, just chatting. But they say only women do that. But anyway, hey, Angel. So once I realized he was okay and he wasn't hurt after he had made me think something was bad wrong, remember, no cell phones. He couldn't call me and tell me he was okay. So I get out pregnant. Taylor, I was early pregnancy, but you could still, I was showing. And I'm not bragging and I'm not happy about this at all. But I will tell you how people change. So I get out, all these men around James, and I walk up to him. Don't even take my eyes off of him and say, get in your truck and get home right now. Because you don't want me to show out in front of these men. And I just turned around and walked back and got in the car. So all the way home, I'm thinking, you wait till he gets home. I'm going to get him, blah, blah, blah. So I wait. He takes his time because he knows what's coming when he gets home. So he walks in the door. He acts like nothing even happened. I didn't come out there. He didn't do anything wrong, anything. So he walks over to the sink. My grandmother's sitting at the table. And I start talking to him, trying to ask him, why are you late? Why are you choosing to sit there and talk to those men and not come home and take your son trick-or-treating? He wouldn't turn around. So what do I do? Brilliant me. I'm not making this up. Now, y'all can believe this or not. I get a running start from my dining room to my kitchen, and I jump on his back. I'm not kidding. And tell him to turn around. And my grandmother just gets up from the table and goes in the bedroom, which is actually this room that I'm in right now. So anyway, he turns around. We talk it out. Everything's fine. We work it out and all that. So the pregnancy hormones must have really been, just raging. So the next morning, my grandmother gets up. Always, she gets up to make biscuits, homemade biscuits and coffee. She gets up before me. She's sitting at the table when I get up. And I say, good morning. She said, good morning. And she said, are you okay? I said, yes, ma'am, I'm fine. Why? She said, because I have never seen you get that mad in all the years that you have been alive. I had to get up and walk out because I was like, she has lost her mind. I said, oh, yeah, I'm good. We talked it out. No big deal. But I scared her so bad, she got up from the table and went in here to her room. She was probably praying for me. But anyway, I'm just telling you that when you're young, you do crazy, silly stuff. I was serious, but being a mom, you can do anything you want to me, but don't do something to my children because then it's on. It is on. And I turn into a completely, totally different person if you do something. And my children are 32 and 28. And I think I would still react that same way if somebody did something to my child. So It's Me, Angie has not always been this calm, cool, and collected. I have had my moments of anger. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Granny filming again. Hello. So don't beat yourself up so bad when, you do something and then you're trying to be different or trying to, be a better citizen or a better person. It's a process. I was 27 years old. Now that I look back, it was the dumbest thing I could have ever done. One of the dumbest things. But at the time, I didn't think anything about it. My anger got the best of me, and I just did it, which was silly. Everybody speaking. Those pregnancy hormones are a beast. I cursed a co-worker out over a piece of chocolate cake. I know. It's bad. Mama Bear's kicking and Mama Bear kicks in. Watch out. Yeah. Angie, that's too funny. Can't imagine you doing that. When it comes to our kids, there's no stopping us. Oh, no, it's not. I just lose all perspective if you do something to my child. It's like, you can do something to me all day long. I mean, that's fine. I can take it. But you want to try to do something to my child? Not going to happen. Hey, Dave. How are you? And James, welcome in. I was just telling one of my hidden secrets about getting angry and jumping on James. But I think that's the one and only time that we ever got any kind of physical altercation, which I wouldn't call it a physical altercation because he didn't do anything once I did it. It was like, has she lost her mind? What is wrong with her? And after I just got settled down and he turned around, he wanted to laugh so bad. But he knew if he laughed, it was going to be on all night. Because I don't know if most women are like this, but once a man starts an argument with a woman, she can go on and on and on. And the man's like, oh my goodness, I wish she would just stop talking. I don't know if all women are like that, but you get me started and we're going to have an 8-hour conversation. I'm at the eye doctor. Eye seems a little better. Oh, great, Angel. That's good news. Never had pregnancy hormones, though have cursed people over chocolate cake. What does this say? Go back up here and read handicap. Yeah, this just crazy. Hey, Auntie Mama. How are you? Auntie Mama has a good chat too. I know I've told y'all that before. She comes on at 4:30 my time in the morning. It's 5:30 her time. And she's really good. I'm usually up around that time. That is if I'm feeling good. Like the last few days, I have not felt really good at all. I've never done that. My coworker was crying. She was laughing so hard. Yeah, James wanted to laugh too, but he was like, I don't want to be up all night. Because if I laugh, she is never going to let it go. She is just going to keep on and on. And now, when he and I don't agree on stuff, normally I look at him if we disagree and go, okay, like, you got to pick and choose your battles. But for some reason, when you're young, you feel like you got to fight to the death. Like one of you got to lay over and just say, okay, I give. But now, since we've been married so long, it's like, oh, whatever. I actually pushed Ray out my back door onto the grill when he got in my son's face because Ray and I were arguing and Jimmy was sticking up for his mama. Yeah, I can see that happening. Hey, Anitra, I got your package. Yep, here's the, let me show you this. Here's the little owl that I got it sitting up here on my desk. But when we're young and we do silly stuff. I know I did. But now I can look back and laugh about it. Yes, us ladies don't stop. They want us to walk away. No, that ain't happening. Y'all check out some of these channels. Anitra, I Spy Queen. She has a very good channel with auctions. I know I am feeling better, but I still, when I talk a long time, my voice tends to go out. There's Cynthia. Cynthia, I was watching your latest video about cleaning up in the garden and pulling and cutting back your tomatoes, and so I was watching that video. It's good. Y'all want to go over there and check out CC's Texas Garden. She is also Diving with Purpose. Cynthia, awesome lady. She lives in Texas. I've asked Kathy to hit me. She says, no, you'll enjoy it too much. You're so crazy. But now that I think about it, and I hadn't never really thought about it, I think that's the closest that James and I have ever come to having a physical altercation. Because I told him from the time we got married, I said, look here. You got one time to lay your hands on me. And I know you could overtake me because he was strong. Still is strong. And I said, you better get your best shot in because you're going to have to go to sleep. And when you go to sleep, I'm going to tie you to the bed, put a bar of soap in a towel, and I'm going to just go to hitting. So you just make up your mind what you want. I know that sounds so aggressive, don't it? I can't believe I used to be that aggressive. And now it's like, I ain't going to waste my time on him. He can do what he wants to do. I'll do what I want to do. Yeah, my grandmother, it was so funny because we didn't let her live that down for, I mean, we'd talk about it periodically. She just gets up from the table, turns around, walks in the other room. She never says, stop, Angie. Don't do that, Angie. Nothing. She just leaves. It was so funny. Ray is very strong, but when it comes to hold on. When it comes to my son or grandchildren, I mean, yes, agreed. It's better than the movie Misery. Like I said, James and I have been married 36 years. I mean, we've had our disagreements, but that night, and I don't know why I remembered that this morning, about that memory. I don't know what triggered it because I hadn't remembered that in a long time about doing that. And I just kind of laughed. And I was like, oh my gosh, my grandmother must have thought, what is wrong with her? Well, Cynthia, where did the time go? I remember when she was just born. Oh, Berkeley will be 3 in December. 3. I know, they grow up so fast. All right, how many people do we have in here? 24? And I'll tell y'all something else. If I drink something hot, like I was drinking my coffee this morning, I will literally start coughing worse than drinking something cold. The hot it just makes me start coughing so bad. Yeah, that sweet baby's coming here. We're going to pick her up July the 6th. And she's going to stay through, we're going to take her home the 10th or 11th. Hey, Purple Winks, how are you? But I'm sure we've all done crazy, silly things over the years. I mean, I wouldn't say I used to have a bad temper, but I would never start anything. But if you started it with me, I mean, it was on. James would always say, "You should have went to a college to be an attorney, because you sure do like to argue your case." Which I do have an associate's degree in paralegal, but I mean, it's nothing like being an attorney, because paralegals do all the research and they don't really get into all that. Oh, thank you, Lori. You have beautiful grandchildren too. Savannah is a doll. Yes, you can. You can. You sure can. Dan, you can drop that. She said, "Oh my, are we twins?" I told you we're living parallel lives, Claudette. You're over there in another country living my life, and I'm over here living your life. Hi, Winksy. I'm at the eye doctor. They both wanted to see me in the waiting on the second one. Oh, okay. I hope you get a good report. Oh yeah, Purple. You do need to send me an email so I can get your address to the handicapped traveler so he can send you a sticker. It was you and who was the other one? And arts and crafts. We need an address so we can send handicapped traveler can send you a sticker. When my son was preteen, he used to try to buck up to me. The one time he raised his hand like he was going to hit me, I pulled him in close, holding his collar, and whispered, "Oh, James tells this story." Now you have to understand his mom, I would say she was all 5'1". If she was 5'1", she's really short. He comes from Native American descent. They're Choctaw. She had long black hair. Anyway, she was petite. He said when he was a senior in high school that she wanted him to sweep the floor in the kitchen, and he mouthed off to her and said something smart. He said, "I was a big guy. I played football and everything." He said, "The next thing I know, that broomstick was right here at my throat. She had pinned me up against the wall in the kitchen with this broom and said, 'Son, you won't ever get big enough to talk to your mama like that. Don't ever do it again.'" And he said, needless to say, I never did that again. But it made me laugh because of how petite that she was, and she just handled him like that. I have never been angry or argumentative, but once I became a mom, that was it. Mama Bear comes out. Oh yeah. I was never one to start an argument. I don't just you know how some people like to start drama, and they like to gossip, and they like to just start stuff and then stand back and watch everybody else fight while they didn't even they started it, but they want to stand back and watch everybody else fight about it. I never was that type of person. But but if you got me involved in it, I wasn't going to back down from it. I was going to defend myself. Later, as an adult, he said what scared him is I was so calm when I said it. Oh yeah, the calmness will get to him. I think that's the Handicapped Traveler is saying that Rebecca, what is her channel name? Rebecca Touched by Yarn is going to be interviewing him this afternoon. Yeah, she made me a cap. She crocheted me a cap that's beautiful. Beautiful. Warm too. I wore it in the winter. It was really warm. Hello, Randy. How are you doing? All right, I'm at the end of the chat, so that means I got to give something away. And I pulled this out earlier before I come on my live chat, but um hey George, how are you doing? I bet it's hot over there where you are. Y'all, it's supposed to be 100 degrees tomorrow and Thursday and Friday. Miss Southern Belle will be here and it's going to be so hot. Hey Ron, how are you? And my son tried raising his hand at me when he was 18 years old because I was making him take the trash out. I told him if he ever raised his hand to me again, he'd be very sorry. We were loud. Really, I wasn't the disciplinary toward my kids with them growing up. James was always the one that disciplined our children, but he didn't have to do that but a couple of times, and then they realized he meant what he said. And when he said you're in trouble, you're in trouble. And so I didn't really, my kids didn't get aggressive toward me like that because I wasn't ever, they knew if they did that to me, their daddy was going to literally, or they thought he was. I mean, he probably wouldn't do anything but, discipline like regular discipline. But you know how you put a fear in a child's head, like, oh, I don't want my dad to do anything to me. And that's the way it was at school. They never got in trouble at school. It wasn't because they didn't want to go to the principal's office. They didn't want to have to face what was going to be at home when they got here. When their dad found out that they had gotten in trouble at school, they didn't want to deal with him. That's the reason that they didn't want to get in trouble at school. Claudette saying, everyone refresh. All right, look, I got these little gnome earrings. Aren't those cute? And I got a choice. You can either get the green or the red pair of earrings. Hey, Naz, how are you? Now, you want to talk about a talented woman. Naz knows she's talented. She paints. She sings. Oh, it's going to be 105? Yeah, but y'all don't have a lot of humidity, do y'all, George? Do y'all have a lot of humidity? I think it's drier out there. I don't know if Josie's still in here, but I think, or Carol, because I think California is drier too. That y'all don't have a lot of humidity. Claudette, do y'all have a lot of humidity in Canada? I'm telling you, humidity is the worst thing ever. All right, we got 27 people in here. Crazy Hillbilly, welcome in. Let me put the numbers in. Y'all hang on, don't put a number yet. Okay, go. Oh, Christina, 104. Yeah, but that's not the heat index, is it? The heat index is going to even be higher than that. Well, if you're getting 104 in Texas where you are, Cynthia probably is getting that kind of weather too. Did Handicapped Traveler say it was 68 degrees where he was? Is that what he said? me go back up there and look. He wants to be bragging about it being 68. Oh my gosh, that's perfect weather. Anywhere from 65 to 75. I'd like to live in that all year round. That's the kind of weather I want to live in. I mean, I done got too old, too big, too heavy set, too grouchy to be in the heat. Do not like it. One time, Cynthia, it's 68 where you are, Anitra? Wow. That's kind of unusual for y'all's area, isn't it? Bye, Crazy Hillbilly. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, take one of your numbers out, Cynthia. It's fine, no problem. Girl, say it again. How's your granddaughter doing? Is she still at your house, Anitra? Is she still visiting? And Anitra got a new puppy. She sure did. It's cooler here today in Ohio, but that's because of rain. But the strangest thing about Mississippi in the summer, when it rains, and after the rain goes away, like in the afternoon, if it rains in the morning and then it stops at noon, the afternoon, it's even hotter after it rains. You know how you think rain is going to cool things off, like Ron was talking about? No, not here. It just makes it like a steam bath. Oh, Purple Winks has 58 degrees. Christina says she's right outside Dallas. Yeah, she's still here and she's doing good. I'm going to have her to do a video later today and post it to my. Oh, great. I can't wait to see that. All right, just to put stop. Hello, Challenging Kitchen. Welcome in. All right. Y'all hear the cage? The bingo cage. All right. Got the number. I got the number. Here we go. Y'all going to have to help me. All right. The number is... Can y'all see that? It's 26. 20. Is that 20? Yeah, 26. 26. So who's the winner? Who's the winner? 26. Did somebody get it right on the money? Let's go back up here and see. It's got to be the closest without going over. Oh, Carol got 25. No, she put 12. Who had 25? Cher had 21. All right, y'all got to help me. Go back up. 25 is the number. 20 or 26. Lord Jesus. I think it's 26 is the number. I'm losing it, y'all. Yeah, 26. George put, wait, did we have two 25s? I see George with 25. It looks like George. Do y'all see? Is it George? Do y'all agree? All right. Do y'all say it's Ann said, I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas, but I live in North Carolina now and love it here. I've been through North Carolina. It's very pretty. All right. All right, George. Um, since you don't wear earrings, I don't think, but if you do, I'm not going to question it. You go right ahead. I'm going to send you some gloves. How about some men gloves? Or you might want the earrings for your significant other. Do you want me to send you gloves or you want the earrings? If you send me your address in my email, George, I'll send you some work gloves. And I'll still give these earrings away. But you have to send me your address. I'm not going to share it with anyone. I promise. I'm just going to put my email in the chat. Oh, you don't use work gloves? Okay. You don't do gardening or anything like that? Because you can use them for both. Angel, they had a choice between a pair of these that's red or green. But since it was George, I offered to send him some. Yeah, George, you can gift them to somebody in the chat. Mountain of Inspiration. Hello. If you don't want to choose anybody, we're gonna redo it. Somebody else is gonna win. Okay. All right, go ahead. Put your numbers in. I love that name, Mountain of Inspiration. I'm so glad y'all are here today. It always makes me feel better no matter how bad I feel when I get online and spend time with you all. It's so much fun. And I am putting 26 back in the cage, so it can be drawn again if it so happens that way. Love you, Miss Angie. I'm getting ready to clean up so I can go to the house. Everyone be blessed. Bye, Auntie Mama. Love you too. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, thank you, Lori. All right, just gonna put stop so y'all get the numbers in. Okay, let's pull a number. Cage is turning. Let's see what it is. Y'all ain't gonna believe it. I promise. I promise. 26. I am not joking. The same one came out. I am not joking. I am not joking. Oh, Joyful Julie, welcome in. How are you? I like that name too. All right, looks like it's 26. Who got it? Oh, Clarissa. Oh, Handicapped Traveler. Do you want to give those to Miss Traveler or do you want to give them to somebody in the chat? What do you want to do? That was easy to see. He got it right on the money. Does Miss Traveler wear earrings? I don't even know if she does or not. There's Louisiana High Ride. I know it is a great name, isn't it? Joyful Julie. Oh, you want to give them to Anitra? Okay. Anitra, do you want the red or the green? Her little granddaughter might have her ears pierced. Do you want the red or the green, Anitra? Her grandbaby is, I want to say, you'll take the green? Okay. Let me put down there. She's a tiny little thing, so I don't really want to say. She may be older than what I think she is. I'm trying to remember how old Anitra said she was, but I don't know if she wears earrings or not. But Anitra, oh, she's 7. I was gonna say 6. Nice. Yeah, I have Anitra's address. I think I still have it. Okay, so the next giveaway is going to be the other pair of earrings is still on the table. The red. Okay, we'll leave those on the table. But we also have a coin. You know, I always try to give a coin away. This is going to be the next giveaway. It's going to be, yeah, my eyesight has went to in a handbasket, if you know what I mean. The steroids have not been kind to my eyes. This is a 2000, looks like 2006, and it has a ship on the back of it and the queen on the front. So it's going to be a choice between the earrings or the coin. Yeah, Dan is sweet. He wants to act all tough and manly and all that, but he's really like a big cuddly bear. You know, he wants to act like he's scary, but he's not. He's a sweetie. And he told the story about he and how Mrs. Traveler met, and that was fun to listen to. Needless to say, they didn't meet in the same place that James and I met. No, it just happened to work out for James and myself because normally where James and I met, you don't usually find your husband there. But or your wife. But luckily we did find each other and it all worked out after 36 years later. I like to talk about the handicapped traveler because he likes to joke around. But then when you get back at him and joke with him, that's what's funny. I like people like that. You know how they can joke with you and you can joke with them and they don't get all upset when you say something? That's when you know you have a friend. Um, okay, we're fixing to do the coin and the other. How many's in here? Still the same amount. Okay, don't forget to give me one of these or one of these. I can take it, whatever you want to do. I promise I can handle it. Ray and I met online 22 years ago, July the 14th. Yeah, I can honestly say that was the first time I've ever heard that. Diane is. I've never known of anybody that I've known over the years that met at McDonald's. I've never heard that story. It was a new one. Okay, go ahead. Put your numbers in. Gladys is still here. She's putting her number in. I noticed that Ann is put in 17, which that's our number here at our house is 17. We the number 17 comes up a lot in our household. Like it's our number 17. Do y'all have a number that just follows y'all around? Like it just seems to appear a lot in your life, a certain number. I've had this for 3 weeks, Gladys. 3 weeks. And it was a lot worse than this. Finally, my doctor called me in an antibiotic. Well, I say finally. I didn't get in touch with him because I kept saying every day, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. But with me, when I get something, because I have an autoimmune disease, it's so hard for me to get over it. And I don't want it to turn into pneumonia because I don't need to go in the hospital. All right, everybody get their numbers in. Numbers in, numbers in. "22 always comes up for you. I know it's the weirdest thing because 17 always. I know, Gladys, I can't either. And it's worse at night. Okay, let me put, but everything is always worse at night. A toothache, an earache, a sore throat, anything you have is always worse at night. All right, look at the clocks. It's 2:22 a.m. or 2:22 p.m. My grocery bill is 2:22.22. It's constant for years now. That's the way it is here. 17 just we have a lot of birthdays. It's on the 17th of the month. Berkeley was born Matt and Haley's anniversary is 1/7/2017. So actually it's 1717. My Matt's baseball and football number, one of them, his baseball number was 17. Taylor's softball number was 17. It just, and none of that was planned. It just comes up. Thank you, Dan. I really, really appreciate that. I need it. I am so tired of coughing. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. All right, now it is Claudette. You're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe it. 22. The number is 22. Is that ironic or what? That is ironic. And Christina said fours come up. If I wake up in the morning, it's 444. The other is 7. I know, for her just to say that. It is so funny. Okay, so let's see who got it. 22. 22. Did you put 20? What'd you put, Claudette? Who got close to, oh, she put 19. Who got close to 22? Share. You got it right on the money. Do you want the coin or the little gnome earrings? What do you want? And I think you've sent me your address before, but if you could send it to me again so I can get this to you. To Brandy, is Brandy still in here? Brandy, are you still in here? What do you want, Brandy? The earrings or the coin? I don't know if Brandy's still in here. Bye, Nitra. Love you too. You know I'll be seeing you on your channel. Can't stay away. Be looking forward to that video of your grandbaby. You have a blessed day too. Is Brandy still here or did she leave? Let me put her name on this. I don't know how I'm going to get in touch with Brandy. I don't know how to get in touch with her. Oh, she's gone? She left a little too soon, bless her heart. She might have had to run, though. Talking about numbers. You know, Claudette was saying 22. I was 17. Christina said 4s. How many of y'all ever played the lottery on your own numbers and not let it be a quick pick? You know, like not letting the computer pick your numbers. Now, what really is eerie is when you find somebody that actually wins the lottery that have chosen their own numbers. Do you know what the odds of that is? That they would choose their own numbers and win the lottery. Now, you have more of a chance with the quick pick, you know, the computer picking it. But for you just to sit home and say, okay, I'm going to play, because our numbers would be 17, 3, the number 30. That's 3 numbers that follow our family all the time, but 17 is the main number. 17, 3, 30. And then I'd have to randomly pick 3 other numbers. But I know, Gladys, James is telling my daughter Sunday when they were watching the ball game, he said, your mama is eating cough drops like Tic Tacs. I don't know if y'all remember what Tic Tacs are. And Taylor looks at him and goes, Tic Tacs? But I think she's too young to really realize how popular Tic Tacs were. Because when we were growing up as teenagers and young adults, Tic Tacs was the thing, you know, those little, if y'all remember what I'm talking about, they come in that little plastic thing. And you'd always put them in your mouth when you had to get your breath smelling good before you went into church or work or a meeting or something. Here, have a Tic Tac. Yeah, they are still around. Yeah. Quick picks are the winners. Yeah. Daytime and nighttime. Buckley's is real good for fixing a cold and sinuses. We don't have that here, Claudette, I don't think. Or I don't know if we do or not. I know we don't have it anywhere in a pharmacy here. Now they may have it on Amazon. But what is Buckley's? Is it a cough syrup or is it like a Alka-Seltzer or what is it like? A pill? What is Buckley's? But y'all know what my maiden name was? Buckley. That was my maiden name. Yep. Funny, you should say Buckley's. Oh, it's a cough syrup? Oh, okay. Gotcha. So, what do you think me and Miss Southern Belle should do when she comes this couple of days? I've never met her sister. I don't even know what her sister looks like, but she talks about her a lot, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, her sister is bringing her. So I'm entertaining Miss Southern Belle, her sister, and her sister's significant other. I hope they don't get bored. Mine's Bruno. I emailed you, Angie. Thank you for the reminder. Oh, thank you, Anne, for doing that. Thank you. Oh, I can get them as capsules. Hey, don't tempt me because I like to go to the casino. I'm not going to lie about it. I do. I like to go to the casino. But James and I called when we were meeting the costume jeweler the other week. We were gonna take him to the buffet at the one of the casinos because there's four in Pittsburgh, four casinos, and I called every one of them. And do you know they don't have buffets anymore? Ever since we had the big, you know, they're not doing buffets anymore, and that's sad too because they have these big, huge restaurants that are not even being occupied because they don't serve the buffet anymore. Oil of oregano. What does that do? Oh, I love the casino. Haven't been in years because I loved it too much. I got you. See, another thing we have in common. You just come visit me, stay here a few days. We'll go over there to Vicksburg and we'll go to the casino. I like the casinos in Oklahoma. Hopefully, we'll get to go soon. I like to go. I don't like to go. I like to go, and if I go like once every 2 or 3 months, I'm good. I couldn't go every single day, even if I had the money, because even a baby eating spoons full of sugar off the table eventually gets tired. And I don't think I could do that all the time. Now, I'd like to try to see how long I could last, but it's a natural antibacterial and kills germs in its tracks. Good for sinus, colds, bacteria infections. Oh, you brush your teeth with it? Okay. See, I got to get rid of this before Berkeley comes because I'm really hesitant when Miss Southern Belle comes because I don't want them whatever this is, which I think is just sinus drainage. I don't really think it's contagious. But some people say it's caused from sleeping where you're not sleeping with any clothes on. You're sleeping in the your birthday suit, and I can assure you that's not happening. So I know that's not the reason. That's what my grandmother used to always say. You'd be sick or something, she'd say, "Well, you need to be sleeping with some clothes on." What? I like the. Okay, read that. Oil of oregano is amazing. It's an olive oil with works wonders. Clears up gum infections nearly overnight. Really? I gotta write that down. And I'm gonna write that other thing down that Claudette Buckley's. I can remember that, but I'm gonna write it down. Oil of oregano. Oh, I'm willing to try anything at this point. Buckley's. Sam, I haven't seen you in a while. I don't have any gloves, Sam, except men's working gloves. Hot tea with lemon and honey always helps. I come close the other night. Okay, confession. Confession time. I was gonna fix me a toddy, and the only thing I didn't have was peppermint. Then I thought, well, I might could put one of those cough drops in it and substitute that for the peppermint. And then I thought, uh, I don't know if I should do that. James was working nights, and me being on a walk or getting up, maybe having to go to the restroom in the middle of the night. I don't think I need to be, you know. So I didn't try that. Get the orange flavor if you can, because all of oregano burns, but it does the job. Oh, I don't mind the burning. Hey, sis Robin, how are you? Y'all don't forget to give me one of these. I'm going to be on here probably about 10, 15 more minutes. But if y'all could have heard me, like after I got off my live last week, from that point on until, oh my gosh, I was just coughing, and it was, James said, I have never heard you cough this much. I was keeping him up at night. I know I was. But it's not like he hadn't kept me up for years snoring. Oh my goodness. Which I'm paying him back now because I snore, because I've woken myself up snoring. So I know I do. And I can admit it. But you know, some men are like, I wasn't snoring. Yeah, I woke you up at 1 o'clock in the morning to just say you were snoring for no reason. That makes a lot of sense. Let's think about that now. Be careful, Angie. You don't want to get sicker. Oh, I know. I've been trying to. Actually, it's better. It may not sound better, but it is better because my congestion is not so deep in my chest like it was. And I really thought I was going to have to go to the emergency room the other night because of the being so, feeling like my cough was just so deep. But it takes a lot to get me to the hospital. I'm not gonna make it up. I'm hard headed when it comes to somebody saying, you got to go to the hospital. I'm avoiding it at all costs. I'm like, no. That's what Ray says. I'm not snoring. I know. Or James will say, I'll say, James, why don't you get up and go get in the bed? Because he'll fall asleep in the recliner. And I'll say, James, just go on and get in the bed. Because when he comes in from work, he goes ahead and takes his shower and everything. So he'll say, why? I'm not asleep. No, you're not asleep now. I woke you up. But before I woke you up and told you to go get in the bed, you were asleep. And he'll say, oh, no, I wasn't asleep. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm a lot like you, Claudette. It's amazing how much we have in common. Robin was at Claudette's birthday party. I mean, Dawn's birthday party, not Claudette's. Dawn's birthday party. But Claudette was there too. Ray talks in his sleep and kicks in his sleep. We can't sleep together. Look, James talks in his sleep too. I've never been one to talk in my sleep. If I have, nobody's heard me because James has never mentioned it. One night, James, his sugar had dropped during the night. Ever since he had that gastric bypass surgery, He has a tendency to sugar to drop. And our little poodle used to wake him up in the middle of the night, to warn him that something was wrong. Well, Domino had woke him up that night, and I woke up, and James was sitting on the side of the bed, talking out of his head. I mean, just saying all kind of, you need to pull that pipe over there. We got to get that pipe pulled out of that hole. Um, he's thinking he's at work. So I get up, come around the bed, get in front of him because he's sitting in front of the bed. And I'm saying, James, you're not at work. You're not at work. And then I realize his sugar's dropped. So I go up to the kitchen, get him something, come back. He didn't even realize until he come back to his senses. I used to wake up with bruises on my leg when we did sleep together. Does it matter if people have separate bedrooms? It does it matter if people have separate bedrooms? Helps sometimes. It's different when it comes to boom boom time. I mean, some people, my grandparents, and I never realized this growing up until I got to dating and James and I, before we got married and all this stuff. As long as I could remember as a young child, my grandparents never slept in the same room. My grandmother, her bedroom was here and his was here. But she said it was because he snored so loud. And I'm thinking, you didn't get away from him very far because his room's here, your room's here. I mean, she could hear him through the walls. So I never thought anything about it. But they never slept together the whole time that I was growing up. She had her bed, he had his. True story, Robin. What? I talk when I'm asleep and awake. It's your house. Do what you can to keep a happy home. That's your business. Exactly. My grandmother and grandfather seemed to have a good relationship. I never thought anything about them not sleeping in the same room. But I was still really young. But as I got older, especially after I got married, I thought, well, that's weird. Now, why didn't they sleep? And then she would talk about, well, your papa snores so loud, I couldn't get sleep. And she said when I used to work and have to get up to go to work. But when she retired, she didn't go back in there and sleep in the bed with him. My parents slept together always. Well, James and I haven't got to the point where we're not sleeping in the same bed. But if we do, I mean, he'll just have to. And if we did, I would think it would be because of the firmness and the softness of the mattress. Because the older I get, I want my mattress to be a little different than it was when I was younger. Like, I can't take a very firm mattress, but I don't want a feather mattress either. I don't want one that you sink down in. I don't want that. Hey, Deborah. There's my friend Deborah that has auctions. Y'all want to go over there and check Deborah out for sure. If y'all hadn't, but everybody in this chat knows each other. Look, there's 17 people in the chat now. There's the number 17. So what are y'all going to do the rest of the week? Y'all have any big plans for this weekend? What is this? This is the last. It's Saturday, July the 1st. It's Saturday, July the 1st. Because this month is about over. Yeah, Saturday is July the 1st. James has a birthday July the 17th. But what I was going to tell y'all, don't forget to put in y'all's vote for boy or girl for my daughter. If she's going to have a boy or a girl, because after before we do the reveal party, I'm going to have everybody that said a boy in one jar and everybody that says a girl in another jar. And if we find out it's a girl, we'll choose from the girl jar. But if it's a boy, we're going to choose from the boy jar. Which I know that there's 2 people on here that said they were going to have to see what she looked like, which was Claudette and somebody else. It may have been Christina, that they would have to look at her. Well, it's okay if it was expensive, Christina, because a good night's sleep means a lot. So I don't think it's anything wrong with spending a lot on a mattress. Watch my Christmas shows at night all week, and next weekend start Christmas all day on the... Oh, the Hallmark Channel has the Christmas marathon thing. I'm taking my husband to Wisconsin for a few days to the places that he went to every summer as a kid. Oh, that sounds nice. You just tell me on here, and I'm going to write it down. I've got a whole list that I've already written down that people's already chose if they thought it was going to be a boy or a girl. And I'm going to go live, or try to go live, on my YouTube channel when we do the reveal. And Lori, here most houses are small, so separate bedrooms isn't a thing, as there isn't the room. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder, why do y'all have such small houses? Is it like apartments, or is it really like a house? Oh, Robin says girl. Okay. We haul Robin. She'll be in the girl jar. Now, if you've already got your vote in, I've written you down. So, yes, right now Christmas is at 5 p.m. Eastern on Hallmark. Oh, nice. I have a cousin of mine. She doesn't miss those Hallmark Christmas specials. She's addicted to them. Probably like Lori is. Barberry, did you say why the houses are so small? Is it because of the population, and they just build them small, or what? Where I live, they are terraced houses, all touching, and they usually 2 up, 2 down. Oh, sorry, Barbara. I'm sure there are times you want to sleep alone. 180 days until Christmas. Well, my daughter, they say she's due on January the 9th, but I think Berkeley was due on January the 7th. So I think this baby will come in December also. But it's okay. I don't care what day it is. Land in England is expensive. Oh, I can't even imagine. Barberry said, no, Lori, never. So if it's 180 days to Christmas, Taylor's going to really be out there. Bless her heart. At least she'll be really pregnant during the winter months. I can remember when I went into labor with Matt. He was born December 30th. I had a pair of shorts on because I was so huge, and I was not getting cold at all. I was like, if this baby don't hurry up and come out of me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Our home only has 5 rooms. It's a converted summer cottage to a full-time residence. I bet that's a cute little thing if it's a converted cottage. I watch House Hunters International. Wait a minute. And they have small attached homes. 2 or 3 bedrooms, living room, and kitchen, 1 bathroom. Oh, wow. I'm addicted to Christmas. I start counting down the day after. Oh, my goodness, Lori. Now, I don't do that. I like Christmas season, but I don't start counting down the day after Christmas. I'm so exhausted from trying to get everything ready for that day. I don't even, no, I don't do that. But some people do. I had a friend I worked with at the bank, and oh my goodness, she would start talking about Christmas in January and February, and we would all just roll our eyes like, stop doing that, Felicia. Don't talk about Christmas. We just got over it. Oh, but I can't wait. Well, you're going to have to wait. House Hunter International is on HGTV channel. You should watch it. Let me write that down. House. Y'all realize I have to write everything down or I don't remember it. House Hunter International. HGTV. What's the name of that show that where they go to these, I think it's flea market flip, or they go to these flea markets and they have so much money and they buy so many, like they have to do 3 projects. They take them back to this garage. I like to watch that. I live in a ranch house, 3 bedroom, living room, kitchen, full size, and 1 bathroom. Hey, Pamela. How are you? Ours is 3 bedroom, 2 bath, kitchen, living room. All of our closets in each bedroom is walk-in closets. And we have a place where, and this is one thing that I never dreamed was going to happen. But when you go under my carport and you go in the back door, as soon as you walk in, you step inside my home, and there's 2 steps, and you step up to get into the kitchen. I never dreamed that I would despise those 2 steps like I do right now, because I can't do steps. So, and of course, when we built this house, I never dreamed I'd be in a wheelchair. But the next house that if we ever, which we want to move to the country, we're going to either build a house or find a house that's flat when you roll in. Because I can come in my front door. It's just the back door I can't. And my laundry room is off the back there. When you step up into the back door, you turn to the left and there's my laundry room. Well, I can't get down there, and I know y'all like, ooh, you can't get down there to wash clothes. That's a good thing. But I miss doing that because I've had to tell James, like, okay, you got to wash these with this. This is separate. You got to put the smelly good stuff in there besides the washing powders. So it's been because me and I just go in there, throw everything in the washing machine, put washing powders in there, and just, okay, we good. My house color, which I chose, is pink and purple. My friend calls it a Barbie house. That's funny. Oh yeah, steps is a. Oh, I never knew how bad I was not gonna like steps. But if I could give any advice to any young couple that was gonna build a home and they planned on staying there, for like that was gonna be their forever home, I would say build it accordingly as you get older. Like the doors wider, the bathrooms big enough for a wheelchair, handicap, rails. We have two closets in the whole house. One small one in our bedroom and one in the guest room. No closet for linens and towels, brooms, vacuums, coats, or shoes. Pantry. It's hard, and we built many shelves. I bet it is hard to. We have four steps in front and four steps off the back deck. Oh, I'd have to live outside my home because I couldn't do that. Or I'd have to. I don't even know how you would build a ramp because the way I've learned about a ramp is the way you have to build it is you got to have so many feet out to make the incline, or either it's going to go straight up like this. One day I'll do a little inside and outside tour of our house. Our bedroom is 6.5 square feet. Daughter has a bigger room because she has more stuff than we do. Have laundry rooms. I don't think 6.5 is very big, is it? My daughter loves Hello Kitty. Everything in her room is pink. Hello Kitty used to be really, really popular, I think, in the late 80s and the 90s. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Also, I've never desired to have a two-story home, okay? Never. And I'm so thankful that James and I didn't decide on a two-story home. Because right now it'd be just wasted space. Because the kids are gone and, all that space up above us and nobody using it. So my son and daughter-in-law are looking for a new home. So I told Matt, I said, I'm not telling you what to do. If you want to buy a two-story home, you buy a two-story home. But let me just give you this. I said, now you are going to get older. And you think about Berkeley's going to get up in age and she's going to move out one day. I know it seems like a long time, but she is. And then you're going to have all that space up there. And to me, that's just wasted space. I love our porch. Birdhouses everywhere. Bunnies under the porch. Blue jays. Oh, yeah. I love my birdhouses. I love to watch birds. Our washer and dryer in the kitchen. My grandmother's was. The house that I grew up in with my grandmother and grandfather. And that wasn't strange to me. But after I got out and was married, and I realized that your washer and dryer went somewhere else, which she didn't have a dryer for years because we hung clothes out on the clothesline. But the washing machine was in her kitchen. Sure was. Yes, Robin, it's so beautiful. So many different birds come in flower pots and flower pots everywhere. I know. I just love. I'm back. My internet keeps dropping me 3 times already. Oh no, I'm sorry, Carol. Did you hear me ask Carol, do y'all have a lot of humidity there in California? Or is it dry? Because I have been actually running my humidifier trying to get some moisture in the air inside the house. All right, guys. I want to tell y'all, we used to have a ramp in the back for my brother because he had a wheelchair. We also had an elevator in the front next to our porch for his wheelchair. When he passed away, we donated the elevator. Oh, that was nice. It's very dry and it's 66. Oh, that's to me that's I'd love that weather. I used to go, hope to see some of you. I need to go. I'll try to make it over there, Dan. I think our house were built for workers as the town grew for the local factories. So the crown as many as they could to accommodate. Yeah. And tore down the ramp. Oh, that was nice to have for your brother, Crafty. Um, Let me ask you a question, Barberry. You know that show, The Call of the Midwives? Is that the area that you live in? Like, is the places that was on that show? Do you even know what I'm talking about? The Call of the Midwives. I love that show. Is that the kind of homes you're talking about? You may not know what I'm talking about. You may not watch that show. Oh, you have 65? Let me tell you what the temperature is right here now before I get off here. Let me tell you what we're dealing with. Let's see. 90 degrees. Feels like 129. That's what it says. Feels like 129 degrees outside. We have a heat advisory in our area. So everybody will stay hydrated. No, that is actually London, but homes are similar. I love that show. I do too. I love it too. Okay, so I'll be doing the 74 here, humidity 86. I know it's terrible. I know. That's why I can't get out in the heat with this because it's just going to make it worse. Um, I'll be coming out with a neighborhood chat video. I don't know when Miss Southern Belle coming. I'll try to do it before she comes. I'll try to do it tomorrow and put it out Thursday because they're not supposed to be here until Thursday afternoon because they're leaving Thursday. They're going to say Thursday night and Friday night, but not with me. They have a room in a nearby town, um, and they're going to be staying there. But I want y'all to know I love y'all, and there's nothing y'all can do about it. And I appreciate every one of you all coming in and visiting me today. Y'all have made my day, as usual. So until the next time we meet, my dear friends and neighbors, I'll see y'all next time. And remember, next Tuesday, I get to talk about Miss Southern Belle being here. Yeah, that should be interesting. Bye.